I want to welcome you to another edition of Under the Sales Scope. Now, who am I taking under the sales scope today? This company is called CHATFUEL. You can visit them at chatfuel.com. Why am I taking them under the sales scope? Because Facebook, whether we like it or not, is still one of the best ways to connect with people who want to buy and sell homes, especially if we don't know them. Of course, it's great to connect with friends, family, and other people in our sphere of influence. But again, Facebook is great to connect with people who you don't know, meaning maybe you've run a Facebook ad and now you have people sending you a message on Messenger. Automate your responses. Why is that important? Because we're doing multiple things, we're multitasking. Whether or not we're doing it effectively, that's a whole nother issue. But if someone happens to come across your business page and they message you about buying or selling a home, but you're not available, you're out, you're showing properties, you are at a closing, you're asleep because it's 2:30 in the morning, or maybe you are having dinner with your family. Whatever it may be, if you're not available when they're ready, when they have a question about buying or selling a home, I know you get it. You may very well lose this person to the next agent, to the next company, to even Zillow. It is what it is. But I like ChatFuel because it gives us an option to respond in a way that engages this person even when we're not available. So let me show you what I mean. But before I show you, I do want you to see this claim that they have on their page. And as you know, when I do Under the Sales Scope, this is my unbiased review of their software. I'm not paid by their company. So I like to point that out because what they say here is misleading for us in real estate, at least for the vast majority of us. Notice here they say launch a full-featured chatbot in 7 minutes. I'm going to tell you, in our industry, I don't think that's really a good estimate. I think you need to plan for an hour. Now, setting aside an hour to do this, if you think about the fact that you're going to be able to convert people to your Facebook page who maybe you wouldn't have, it's worth the time. But I'm going to say this claim of 7 minutes, I just disagree with. Now, ChatFuel could very well meet that claim for our industry if they have more examples and templates for real estate, which they do not have right now, or at least I didn't see them. For example, here on their homepage, and even when you go through their tutorial, they show TechCrunch. That's great that they do this because this does give you a good example of what can happen. But the problem I feel is that for our industry, this isn't exactly what we need people to see. We don't need people to see different articles that we've written. We may, but not in general. More likely for us, we want to talk about listings or buying a home. So this example, it does not translate well for our industry. So first and foremost, even though I do like this Autobot, I'm going to say it's going to take longer than 7 minutes for you to set this thing up. But let's go ahead and try to get started. So I'm going to log in. And as I log in, I want you to know that this is something that I'm using for free. So I have not upgraded. So that means you can create the same things for free. Now, this is the back end. This is not a tutorial. When I do these under the sales scopes, I want to just show you some features that make it worth it for your business. So I'm not going to show you how to set this thing up, but I want to show you a couple of features that will make it worth it. Okay. So I'm going to go to my test so you can see it. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to copy this link and let's open a new window and let's see it in action so you can see what I mean and why I'm saying this is worth it for your business. So notice here, it had a message come up. So let's pretend we just received a message from Joe Blow, who just visited our Facebook business page, and you should have a business page to use this. So they visited our Facebook business page and they are interested in real estate. So they get this message from me. Now, I wrote this. So you can write and customize these messages. I don't want you to feel like you have to do and say exactly what I said. I just want to show you the potential. So I wrote, howdy. These are the bots that manage Lee's page while she is away. We promise she will contact you as soon as she's online. In the meanwhile, what interests you the most? So now Joe Blow can select either search for homes or my home's value. So you notice within those two things, I attract buyers and sellers. Okay, let's start with buyers. So let's pretend Joe Blow is a buyer. So if he clicks on search for home, the very next automatic message that pops up is a picture of a home. I put this in here so you can put whatever you want. It could be your listings. You can have a gallery of all your listings featured. And that is so amazing because this person does not have to leave Facebook Messenger to learn about your listings. So you can customize this, whatever picture you want. Then I said, want to see the newest homes for sale near you. The first thing they could say is show me now. Now, when they click show me now, what I have done is routed this to a search page that is on Facebook. Now, why did I do this? I like having the search option right on Facebook because if this person is using Facebook Messenger, guess what? They have a Facebook page, most likely. If they have a Facebook page, it is probably easier for them to explore and learn about you and search homes on Facebook. They're probably also more likely to like your page and share it and even come back to it. So do you see why this becomes a powerful way for you to engage people by linking them to your Facebook page, not sending them to an external page, okay? Now, what this is, as far as people being able to find a home and have featured listings, this is a template. This is a template design that you can install on your Facebook business page. This one is through Home ASAP. Home ASAP. And I like their Search Alliance platform. If you want and have questions about Home ASAP and Search Alliance, I did take them under the sales scope a few weeks back. So look through my videos and pull it up. But this is a great way to, in other words, pimp your Facebook page and make it more versatile. They have a great template for this, but know that they are not the only company that offers this template. Okay, so let's go back to Messenger. So people can search for homes instantly. Now, again, like I said, I like to keep people on Facebook and allow them to search from the Facebook page. But you can, again, put your own search URL in here. It doesn't have to link them back to Facebook. The next thing they can do is share with me what they want. Now, what does that mean? Let me click on it. So if they click, here's what I want. Now they're going to get back an automated message that says, tell me about the type of home you would like. What area of town do you like? Now, for the sake of just doing this as an example, I did not build this out with more questions, but you could. You could say, what price point do you want to be in? How many bathrooms do you want? How many bedrooms, how many garages, whatever it may be, you could build this out. For sake of example, I didn't put much, but then they can type a response and you could keep the conversation going. Again, I'm not going to keep the conversation going for the sake of time in our under the sales scope today, but I will show you my final message. So they will get a final default message from me that says, sweet, as soon as Lee hops back online, look to hear from her. But in the meanwhile, make today a winner with the options below. So they could call me. They could look at tips on my website. They could even visit me on YouTube. You can make this whatever you want, where they go to your LinkedIn profile or they visit your website and look at more of your listings. Whatever you want. I want you to recognize not so much what I have here, but the fact that this is very customizable. And again, this is the free version. Okay, so let's go back to the initial message that I got. Now, I took the buyer route, but let's pretend now I'm a seller and I want to know how much my home is worth. So if I click my home's value, then it gives us another option. I typed in, again, I customized this, and it says, want to know how much your home is worth. Now, people can get an instant report, or I have here the option for them to call me directly. So if they click want to discuss, it will ring my phone. And that's pretty phenomenal because, again, you've taken someone who maybe you didn't know from Adam, who contacted you through Facebook Messenger, and you've gotten them comfortable and engaging enough with you that now they can actually just click a quick button and give you a call. If they're not comfortable yet to call you, maybe they want the instant report. So if they click instant report, I have this link to one of my favorite widgets, and that is the Cloud CMA How Much Is Your Home Worth widget. I like this widget so much for two reasons. Number one, because many of us are already paying for this and don't know it. Why? Because if Cloud CMA is a part of your MLS, you are already paying for this basic widget. Now, they have an upgrade. You can or not opt for the upgrade. That's not the point, but you can use this basic widget for free. Or I should say it's included in what you're already paying if Cloud CMA is a part of your MLS. So why not use it? Here's the thing. People can type in an address, they type in their home address, and then once they do that, now they can get an instant report in exchange for their name, email, and their phone number is optional. Once they click send it to me, they will get the market analysis for their home. This is very powerful because instead of them sending you their information and they have to wait, several hours the next day, 2 or 3 days later, if it's a weekend or it's a holiday, they can get an instant market analysis right then and there. And in exchange for that, you get their contact information. So now, if you're comfortable working off of Facebook, you can take them off and reach out to them and actually potentially get in their home. You also have their address, even though it's not pictured here, but we know they had to put their address in first. So this becomes a wonderful way using Facebook Messenger to have a conversation that goes further than Facebook Messenger. So this is a feature that I highly recommend you implement, especially since you can do what I just did for free. You don't have to pay for this, but the caveat is they say 7 minutes. I'm going to say you probably need an hour, simply because they do not have templates and tutorials for the real estate industry. Well, until next time, I hope you've enjoyed today's Under the Cell Scope. Check out the other ones, and here's to your success.